fan of the Hauraki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jase, Mike and Keyzie on their Instagram at Hauraki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you, mate.
Hey, Mogi. Something really nice happened today.
Oh, yeah?
I was having an absolute fucking shit of a day.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to go into in detail at all, But anyway, and I was like, and I drove to work, and, it's nice and sunny outside. And
Nice day.
That's nice. And
That's one tick.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
a
well,
fucking day like this.
something's going bloody
Yeah,
right.
good,
I
yeah.
did that.
Yeah, might as well be sunny when everything else
It's
is
a
going down the
turning
fucking
shit.
toilet.
When everything else is just shit.
Might as well be sunny. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm walking along the street there coming into work,
Oh,
and there was
God.
this young guy. He was
Homeless?
about, very,
Makes a nice change.
yeah, well, because that area there's, can get pretty rough. But he was just sitting in the sun on the sort of little wall, quite conservatively dressed, maybe late 20s.
Sure.
And I walked past him, and as I walked towards him, he said to me, "Afternoon, Jase." And I went, "Afternoon, mate. How you going?" And he went, "Very well, thanks, Jase. Really appreciate you asking."
Nice.
It's about time.
What a
And I
fine
was-
young man.
He was a fine young man. And weirdly, I went, "Oh, how nice was that? That was
Yeah.
very nice." Whereas on the other night, last night, when I was going to get the car, when I
Good.
finished work, there was an old Chinese man. that got-
Whoa, I don't think the race has got
I
anything to do
know.
with it.
No, this isn't bad. It was really funny.
But I think you're able to paint a picture. Thank
Yes,
you.
he got on the lift with me to go down, and he was already in the lift as it was going down, and he'd had a bad night on the Pokies, and he was like, I'll just
Hang on.
yeah, no, and he was like, win-win, lose-lose, win-win, lose-lose, and with absolutely no context whatsoever. And I was like, yeah. And so what was it, mate? Win-win or lose-lose? And he went, lose-lose. but he was smiling like you wouldn't believe. And I was like, God, the world's fucking
damn.
weird.
I am just so glad that I never got involved in that. I've got mates that have banned themselves from that casino.
I tell
Because it is such a horrendous addiction.
Yeah.
You just can't stay away from it.
yeah.
Horrible fucking thing. Waste of fucking time.
I don't think I've ever done anything at the Sky Casino
Oh.
because I know what I'm like. But actually, I think I went in there once to see if I could find one of the old school pokey machines that you used to have, because I used to love those, and I'd have a little doodle on those, but I couldn't find one. And just the vibe of the place just freaked me out a little bit, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Vibes
just like,
are
I
off.
think we've spoken about it before, but I remember when the Christchurch one opened, and I went to that, and they had a dress code. You had to have a collar and dress, So
Yeah.
it's like a night out. It was like back then a nightclub. I don't know what nightclubs are like now. But then came to Auckland, and it was just fucking bring me your what's that thing Jesus said? Bring me your scrope bags, essentially. You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh God, this doesn't make me feel. You should be like, that's what Vegas does so well, is you're made to feel good while they're fleecing you.
Yeah, totally.
But it's got to be, sort of an event, or it's got to feel good. But if it's sort of like you feel dirty while you're doing it.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting when we were at the Zookeeper's Son doing that live show, and
all shapes and sizes in and out of the Pokies room.
yeah, well, I went into the Pokies, into the little room there, and I was quite tempted, to be honest, to have a
they
little
got
bit
the
of a
bright
float.
lights.
But I'm not into the, just the twirly shit, What do you call those?
But that's all there is.
Yeah, that's all there was.
Yeah.
If there had been a pokey in there, I would have gone, oh, yeah.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Because the ones that we used to play when we were younger,
Yes.
the poker ones, so you'd sit there and you go slap it,
Yeah.
just poker, so they'd deal you 5 cards, and then you'd have a look and you go, oh, which one do I want there? I'll go the 5, 6 and the 7, I might get an 8 and a 9. You give it a slap.
Yes.
Nah, bugger. With these ones, it's bang, 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 bang.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you lose your money a lot faster.
Yeah,
There's no
money,
sitting
money.
around having to think about it. There's nothing to think about. The machine does the thinking for you. There's zero skill at all.
Yes.
But what they're good at is they make the player think that there's skill involved. Oh, if I do this, I found that I would. It's like it's got nothing to do with you, man. You could put the money in and fuck off and come back and see what's happened.
Well, that's why I like the pokey, because you at least had some kind of say in what was going on.
The game of poker,
and then if you won it, you could double up.
Red black
sort of thing, and you go, oh, especially because I played it when I was completely broke, and so it would be like, my last $4, and then you'd win like $10, and it'd be like, do I double up?
Yeah,
and I can get a dozen beers, or do I just take it now and get half a dozen?
I'd ban it if I could.
Yeah, totally.
I'd ban it. I think if there's a game of skill,
yes,
then that sort of makes sense to me. But when it's you're just stealing money off people,
yeah.
I don't get why that's allowed. Like, at least with poker, there's a degree of skill. If you're playing other people, there's a degree of skill. But you're probably going to lose.
Yeah.
But if you got good at it. But with pokies, it's just like fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a friend that
You got a friend?
I've got quite a close friend actually, who loves the online pokies.
Yeah.
And he runs it on his tablet there, and he'll literally just, like, as a fun activity, he'll load in $20-$30 or something, and then you just enter the number of spins you want and do it once, and it just spins and spins and spins until all your money's gone, or until you come out with money.
Right.
So, like, it's not even like a slap. It's just load in the number of spins you want. Boom! It's all one video.
It's just insanity.
Crazy shit.
Absolutely insane.
Fucked.
Yeah.
I can't. I've never seen that. I've never seen the appeal.
I was going to say I've got a mate. He's not really a mate. He's more of an acquaintance. And he is literally a pro gambler.
Right.
And it's all online, and that's all he does.
Well, old mate,
and does okay actually.
Yeah, right.
Steve Holloway, the guy on the left there, between two beers.
Yes.
He used to live in a house in Queenstown, I think it was. There was 5 of them professional poker players, and they would have multiple screens running. And you get up in the morning and you'd run 8 to 12 different tables. So you'd be on 8 to 12 different tables, betting on all of them, playing poker.
Yes.
And so you sort of had to be there all the time. You couldn't fuck off and do anything because you're doing it. So they had an assistant, essentially, who would come in and she'd make you go, hey, can I get a sandwich over here? Can I get a drink over here? And she'd do that for the 5 dudes, and they'd be doing that.
Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki. The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
One of the guys that he was doing it with has become a multi-millionaire. He's gone on to smash it.
I remember watching a documentary on a very similar scenario, which was a dude that had that kind of setup, but we're talking screens in a massive room all over the place, and he's just betting. And he was ridiculously rich, and so could afford to lose stuff, but because of the sheer capacity of his betting, he kind of came out on top all the time.
Right.
And he had he knew all about all the games that he was betting on. He knew all about everything that was going on. I mean, he still had losses, of course.
You'd think he'd be just as likely to lose.
Yeah, but he had a remarkable success rate.
Bugger that. Anyway, I'm glad that's one addiction that skipped me.
Yeah.
At least if you're going to
I might have a flutter tonight,
if I'm spending $1,000 on piss, I know I'm going to get something out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where with gambling, no.
Just a sinking feeling in your gut.
Can you imagine that feeling?
Yeah. Especially, and it's getting a bit serious now, but, people that are addicted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How utterly soul-destroying it would be when you get into that situation where you're trying to
chase it. Well, like you saying, I was down to my last $4 and I was trying to make some money.
Yes.
Like, that's the reality of it.
Yes, totally.
That's not fun days out of the game.
Well, and even like in my local dairy, people going in and they will literally spend $150 on lotto.
Yeah.
And you go, geez, man.
You must be rich.
Yeah, but they're not.
No, they're not.
Where I live, they're not.
Nah.
I always got the money for it, though, eh?
Yes.
Well, you find the money for it, yeah. And I always found that, actually, with the lotto tickets. I find if I'm happy with my life, I don't buy lotto tickets.
Yes.
It was when I was over shit. Then I start going, fucking buy some fucking lotto tickets, man. Fuck this.
Let's switch it up a
But
little
generally,
bit.
if you're pretty happy, that was, for me anyway, that's what I found, except when it gets up to 30 mil, then I'm in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll have a little flutter if it's 30 mil or something like that, but otherwise, no.
I
You've
like
got to be in to win it, Pugs. Write that down, man.
I like
Yeah.
a scratchy, like a $2 scratchy.
I used to do those
They're
occasionally.
fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they're a good time.
Yeah. Good on you,
Yeah,
Pugs.
good on you.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you, mate.
Just get this.
Mate. Your Hauraki Big Show Keyzie word of the day is... Pokies. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Had to be, really, didn't it?
Yeah. Send in all the 5 Keyzie words to Hauraki Big Show on Instagram. While you're on Instagram, follow us, Mr. Mike Minogue, Hoity J, Call Me Pugs, Chris Key NZ. And if you do enter those Keyzie words at the end of the week, we could be calling you on Monday for a backburn tea and a brand new vinyl and some merch.
Too
How
good, mate.
good.
Thanks, mate.